Hello, it's great to have your company. You're watching Esther from Stampin' Star Creations. Today I'm using the Woven Heirlooms stamp set, and in particular this stamp and one of the sentiments a bit later. So I'm using Pretty Peacock, Terracotta Tile, Mango Melody and Merry Merlot. So I wanted some kind of Aztec-y kind of inspired colours for my theme today, and this was kind of the idea behind the card with this particular stamp. So I'm trying to stamp randomly-ish and space out the stamps so that I know that I can fit in another one of those same stamped images into the gaps. So you might see me just guesstimating where to lay down those stamped images. So that was the first colour. I used the darkest colour first because I think the darkest colours are the first ones that your eyes are drawn to. So I wanted to make sure they were spaced out in the right areas. So I'm testing out my stamping cleaning pad. It's new in the catalogue for this year, and this just helps to really get all the dirt and grime off your stamps, both rubber stamps and photopolymer. It's great for photopolymer stamps, especially new ones. They will take off that pink staining if you get in there quick enough. For those that are stained already, it will dilute the staining but doesn't take away the colour totally. So I'm just going in with the rest of the colours and just trying to fill in those gaps and try and make sure that the colours are spread out fairly evenly across the page. I wasn't going to worry so much about the middle because I knew that my sentiment was going to go on top, but it's a bit distracting not having anything there, so I do kind of fill in a little bit more than I needed to. I felt that the card needed a darker colour to contrast it, so I add Night of Navy just to add a bit of contrast in some of those areas. Like I said, I fill in the middle, although you're not going to see that bit anyway, but it just gave me an idea of where the colours were going to sit. So I stamp the sentiment in the middle of the card, and I'm using Very Vanilla. It's a little bit too big for this particular rectangle frame, so I'm just going to cut what I can, and as if by magic of video I've cut that out, and then I'm just going to turn my framelit around the other way just to create that edging along the bottom, like so. So that helps you just to be able to customise your rectangular framelits. I was trying to decide what colour to use for the flourish. I wanted a contrast, or wasn't sure whether to use the same colour, but I decided to go in with the Terracotta Tile so that I've got a contrast with the scrolly, scripty stamp. So I'm going to mount that on a bit of terracotta tile, so just trimming it down to frame around the edge, just to mat and layer it. And then add the actual card onto some Night of Navy. I bring in some of the linen thread. It just needed something extra to help complete the bottom, so wrapping it around a couple of times and then just tying a bit in the middle. Then I've kind of done a double loop and then cut the ends for a more kind of tasseled look in the middle. It needed, because the thread is quite thin, it needed a bit more detail. And just trim off the edges. Just using the multipurpose glue to get that stuck down, and then adding some dimensionals to pop up the sentiment part. There's our card for today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you've had a go with this stamp set or if you are due to buy it, and I'd love to know what you've done. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Have a good day.